Rich people hate hanging out with poor people more than poor people hate hanging out with rich people, and let me elaborate on this point. I'm currently living in like a pretty like wealthy city, or at least to my standards of where I've lived before. I've never really met many people that own almost $1 million house, and I'm a former teacher and my husband is a college professor and they do not make very much money. And I have noticed from hanging out with like a lot of rich people that they feel more uncomfortable hanging out with me, like a person that does not have a lot of money and a person who is very like open about my financial status, then I dislike hanging out with them when they're talking about like consumerism and just like overtly like performance with consumer goods or anything related to that, even like travel. Because me, like, I'm pretty confident in myself. Sure, I would love to be more financially secure. Like, that is totally a stressor for me, but I'm pretty confident in myself. So when I have these discussions with people and they start going on about, like, for example, being like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous that my partner, whom we both make a ton of money, I'm talking like tech money, is gonna lose their job. We're nervous about that. I'm like, oh dang, I can feel ya. I'm like, you know what? The best care I ever received was in Houston when I had no insurance. It was this low income clinic. I was like, it was the best I received. And then they just kind of stare at me and I'm like, oh yeah, no matter what, like, y'all are not gonna be without insurance. Or I was talking to someone else and they were like, oh my gosh, it's been an Aldi summer. And I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I love Aldi. But have you ever been to the store where they sell the expired goods? That's where it's at. And they start feeling so uncomfortable. And I'm like, what is going on here? They start talking about ways to save money. And then I really start talking about ways to save money. And they get so freaked out and like want nothing to do with me. Rich people really, really hate hanging out with like poor people or just like working class people. They hate it. They hate it more than I don't like hanging out with them.